Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 2187 of What You Up To Now. Documenting the journey originally as I popped from the offline brick and mortar corporate world of businesses, decades in both, quarter century plus in both, as well as the online businesses. I jumped from corporate and having my own businesses in different industries to the online world. And it was following my divorce, so kind of a time. But I wanted something new. I wanted to explore something new, figure out something new, experience a whole different set of industries and ways of doing things, right? That I'd never really done before. Dabbled in Facebook and social media. And as a nerdy engineer, I was an early adopter of the internet from a learning and statistics and information standpoint, and using it as a tool to help enhance my work in my career. But I'd never thought of it as a business or a marketing opportunity until 2017, after I divested myself of all my businesses with the ex and decided, okay, well, what am I going to do now? Hopped online and it was really interesting. It felt like being back in college, sort of. I jumped on with ClickFunnels and became a certified ClickFunnels certified partner for them early on, and learned I wanted to find a structured way of understanding the internet and marketing as a whole, and it's great organization to do that with and through and for, and then expanded from there. And like so many other people, got sucked into the internet and the actual vast amount of learning and knowledge and information that's available there, and found myself making all the mistakes that everybody else makes, right? Following a whole lot of other people, paying more attention to them than what I was doing myself in my own businesses, getting distracted by different technologies and different ideas and things that came down the pipe. I finally shut myself off when it came to chat bots, and I'm like, okay, I don't need to do this. I can find somebody who can do this for me. I like the technology. I like the idea of it, but I am not going to spend 6 months learning and applying it myself. I could just let someone else do that. And that was the kind of line in the sand for me personally, where I stopped doing that learning loop thing where I was just learning. I don't know what it is about the internet, but it kind of sucks us in and makes us think we have to learn everything and do everything ourselves. And we absolutely positively do not have to do that. So nowadays I do what I want to do. And I teach what I want to teach, and I share what I want to share with who I want to. And that was my original intent for going online. I wanted to do what I want, when I want, where I want, wearing what I want, with whomever I want. And it took me a while to get there, but that's where I am now. So every day I like to create, every morning, usually in the morning. Once in a while it's not in the morning, but I like to create a couple of pieces of content. One is for my Supersize Your Business group. And what I'm doing this year is something different. For about 5 years, as I was moving and transitioning out of the divorce and out of my house and out of my businesses, I shared an idiom every day with that group. What does it mean? Where does it come from? And how could you apply it to growing and building and supersizing your business? Because I believe that what things mean, how we communicate, is really, really important. And that it matters that we open our minds to understand that what we're saying in our intent isn't necessarily what the other person is getting. Communication is one of those foundational skills, just like confidence, as well as all of our business skills that we acquire over time if we choose to be open to learning and growing. And then the second piece of content, and so today's topic was 8 strategies for team management for entrepreneurs who want to supersize their business. And I think that I'm realizing 8 is too many. For some reason, I think 3, if I can break topics down to 3 most important things, or just 3 ideas about it, I think that's enough for a video. Yes, because otherwise I talk for, too long and people aren't going to listen. I wish that people cared enough to listen and have an attention span, because I think some of the best things I say are usually at the end of my videos, not at the beginning. I start off and then I get warmed up and I think of more examples and I talk than at the beginning. But people only have like a 30-second, I don't even think people have a 30-second attention span. I think they have about a 5-second attention span. And if you don't catch them within 5 seconds, they're not going to listen. And I think if I tell somebody, hey, there's 8 things we're going to talk about, they know it's going to be over 5 minutes and they're just not going to stay with it. Even though one of those strategies might be the exact thing that they need right now to move forward and grow in their business. Then the other piece of content, we're doing an annual challenge this year, the Let's Grow annual challenge. We're doing one thing every day to grow. I feel like in certain areas, like the whole idiom thing, had stopped growing and was just stagnant and doing the same thing every day. And a couple of the other people that I interact with, and I call them my people, right? The people that are our people that give us ideas, and we bounce off ideas with them, our mastermind groups and things, about how they were feeling the same way. A lot of people, and I think I heard a Tony Robbins interview. Tucker interviewed Tony Robbins the other day, and my son sent it to me, and he was talking about how we are in the winter and that everything is cyclical, and we know this, but we don't always realize it on a conscious level. We feel it. We know there's something different, but we are definitely in a winter cycle as of humanity, especially here in the United States, right? We're in a time where we're struggling. We've had just come off some big growth times, and we're gonna weather it. We weather every winter, we weather every storm. And I live in an environment where we have all 4 seasons, and we're in winter right now, so it's really easy to relate to. But it was interesting to talk about, or to hear him talk about a lot of the things that I talk about as well, which made me happy. Probably because I've been following Tony Robbins since he got started way back in the 80s in his Jim Rohn days, right after leaving Jim Rohn, actually. So our topic for today for the Let's Grow Annual Challenge is we're going to pick an area to apply our growth process to. We're going to have our own process for growth that we will cover in depth every month of this year. Why? Because we want to install it in our subconscious so it becomes automatic. The things that we want to work in our life and to work for us in our life, we want to make them easy. We want to make them habits. We want to make them rituals. We want to make them automatic. I literally have dozens of things that I do automatically. Things like, while I'm brushing my teeth, I do affirmations. Why? Because it's a quick and easy way to make it a habit to do them. Before I started doing that, I would sometimes do my affirmations, sometimes not. I would go weeks without doing them, and then I'd do them every day for a while. And so until I linked it to something that I'm already doing that's a habit, it wasn't an automatic part of my life. Guess what? Now it's an automatic part of my life, so I get results from it without having to consciously think about doing it. It's kind of like doing a gratitude journal or something. If I have to think about doing it every day versus just reminding myself as part of my bedtime ritual, hey, what am I grateful for today? Ask myself the question, run through it. I don't need to write them down anymore because I did it for years, but that's how it became a habit, that we think in ways that work for us. All right, I'm rambling. If I can help you in any way, hit me up and ask. Otherwise, I will be with you tomorrow. Have a fantastic day.